Milestone's annual Motogp game has finally dropped, with the series in desperate need of a revival. Today we take a look at Motogp 24 to see if it's a home run Milestone has been chasing, or is it another year of keeping them precious pennies in the dear old piggy bank. Quick disclaimer, everything I say in this video is my own beliefs and thoughts. I did not receive the game from Milestone nor have any affiliation with the company. The purpose of today's video is to provide the best and most honest feedback on the product in question. Since Milestone's arrival on the Unreal Engine back in 2018, there has been a consistent trend of producing high quality visuals. 24 is another step in overall graphic fidelity, with it being very noticeable how good looking the game is running at 1440 at 120 FPS on PC. Personal favourite of mine is racing at night under the floodlights at the new revamped Docile circuit. The audio also has made a step, with all three classes closer than ever to sounding like their real life counterparts. More dynamic audio in GP24 adds a subtle edge to the gameplay and builds the authenticity of Motogp 24's gameplay. The physics in Milestone's Motogp games have been my biggest gripe for many years. For many reasons, Milestone cannot go down the route of making a full-blown Motogp simulator. To keep everyone happy, Milestone aim for a simcade style, and for people like me who would love it to be more on the sim side, the physics can be a massive letdown. 24 again for me has missed the ball. There are many issues with GP24's bike physics, from the bike becoming essentially immobilized in heavy braking and almost being impossible to maneuver, or the very funky right height device physics, to name a few. Moto 2 and Moto 3 honestly feel great and are almost the perfect balance of believable physics and easy to control arcade elements. I was really hopeful for GP24 that they could marry arcade and sim elements together. Unfortunately, once again in the Premier class the physics are just not good enough. Overall the game plays well, but if you're expecting an ultra realistic GP game, this is not the game for you. One of the biggest surprises for me with Motogp 24 is the all-new adaptive AI. At first I was extremely skeptical and overlooked this feature, but after hearing positive feedback from the community I decided I need to see what all the hype is about. With adaptive AI enabled, the game learns from your riding and adapts the AI to your ability. Once the AI has had a few races to calibrate to your riding level, the adaptive AI shines. Gone are the days of hot and cold AI from track to track. Also with the new adaptive AI, it seems they have made a step in awareness, which makes for overall arguably the best AI Milestone has produced to date. The standard difficulty slider of years gone by is also present, but in 24 adaptive AI seems like a no-brainer. For GP24, Milestone have revamped the live GP and improved the game mode by fixing some of the small teething issues from their first attempt. Unfortunately, the whole online system is one of GP24's weaknesses. The all-new race stewards is wildly inaccurate, giving you ridiculous penalties in online sessions. Once again, the online experience is still very much 300 horsepower Mario Kart. All the issues that were present in previous iterations have come forward into 24. Weird desync, terrible hitboxes and noticeably bad netcode are just some of the game's issues. For me, the best times I've had so far in this game have all come in single player. Strangely, the online physics feel quite a bit worse, making the whole online experience quite poor overall. The biggest selling point of Motogp 24 is undoubtedly the rider market in career mode. For the first time in the series, we can now see the top riders move from team to team. This brings an amazing replayability to the career mode and gives it many seasons of refreshment. This isn't limited just to the top class. Throughout Moto 2 and Moto 3, riders can move about and even get promoted to the next championship. The game mode is pretty unchanged other than the riders market, but a feature the community has asked for over the last 5 years has finally become a reality. With games on the annual cycle, it is very hard for devs to rectify all issues with the previous game. Thankfully, Milestone have done a decent job for 24, and maybe with a couple more years progress we could see a top-notch GP game. My final rating for GP24 is 8 out of 10. A lot of people are believing this is the best GP game Milestone has made. For me, currently I'm not too sure, but for me it's definitely undoubtedly the best they've done for many years.